it, Ben!
No, Johnny.
Say it!
I don't wanna!
Say it!
Ladies and gentlemen, sit back and enjoy the moment, because Marvel is back. I mean, I guess. With Endgame and Far From Home, the Infinity Saga ended in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Afterwards, things went badly for Marvel after the pandemic, the cinematic universe and films that did not satisfy comic book fans. The impact of the series on the universe was another topic, because the universe has now expanded and there were more films and series to follow. Marvel films were generally based on cliched themes with cheap messages such as, "It's important to be good and it's good to be good," designed to be easy for the general audience to understand and empathize with, until the last two films. The theme of depression in Thunderbolts and the theme of family in this film were very good by Marvel standards. Marvel is doing things better than before and getting closer to its old standards. It should also be mentioned here that the casting was very well done. The biggest plus of the film for me was Ebon Moss-Bachrach, whom I know and love from the series The Bear. Although Thing is naturally a bit difficult to reflect his emotions and facial expressions due to his structure, the film does this in a good way. Similarly, the actor Joseph Quinn, who plays Johnny Storm, brings Johnny to the audience in a good and respectable way. Similarly, Shalla Bal and actress Julia Garner, who we see in many scenes with Johnny in the film, attracted my attention with their performances. Vanessa Kirby's performance as Sue Storm or Pedro Pascal's performance as Reed Richards were not bad either. In the film, Reed Richards was a little different from the comic books. Of course, the effect of the casting should not be ignored. Pedro Pascal was not my favorite actor until the scene where the Fantastic Four encounters Galactus in the film. There was a difference between Pedro Pascal after the return of our team and before, like night and day. I don't say anything negative about Vanessa Kirby and Sue Storm in general, but the scene where she makes a speech like, "I'm a mother, I'm going to save both my family and you," turned me off from the character a bit. With this film, we also met Franklin Richards, the child of Reed and Sue. Because of his cosmic powers, he was very important both in this film and in Doomsday with Doctor Doom, and indirectly for Secret Wars. In the film, Galactus mentions the importance of Franklin in a scene with Shalla Bal in order to feed his own hunger and sustain his life. In the mid-credits scene, we see that Doctor Doom comes to Franklin, and we probably see him using him to heal his face. On the other hand, Franklin brings his mother back to life at the end of the film. All this is good, but we do not have complete information about Franklin's power. If you don't follow comic books, Marvel news, leaks, and rumors, you may not understand the importance of Franklin. After all, the answer to the question of why a cosmic being like Galactus wants Franklin for the world, or why Franklin is so important for Doctor Doom's plans, is not in the film. After Franklin, I would like to talk a little bit about Galactus. Ralph Ineson was the right choice for Galactus. The sequence where we saw Galactus meeting the crew was very impressive and magnificent, until Galactus comes to Earth. After Galactus lands on Earth, he suddenly loses his splendor and might. At first we see that our team is almost an insect for him and their powers are not enough. But then Sue suddenly passes out and fights Galactus almost by herself. It would be unfair to withhold and ignore the contribution of the other members of the team. Finally, with Shalla Bal's resistance to the oppressor's cruelty, our team somehow packs Galactus and sends him away. Many of the things I criticize about Galactus are essentially related to the film's production budget. Another negative aspect of the film I will mention is the science fiction side of the film. It's not too bad, but in the cinema it's 2025, and in this futuristic retro world it's the 60s. Galactus is coming to eat us, we'll teleport to Earth to escape Galactus. Even the idea is accepted by the world almost unquestioningly. Come on, this is a superhero film, and our heroes are the only heroes in this universe protecting the world. Let's explain it like this. But what does it mean that everyone who can hold a pickaxe should come and we will build teleportation points together? Do you have a shovel in your hand? Then come and help us? Okay, there is a mobilization situation and everyone should do their best, but how can these technological structures be built so quickly and with the labor of everyone? There is also the protection and saving of energy resources to teleport the world, but I will not talk about that. Because in essence, if you don't like science fiction, or if you haven't watched or read too many science fiction works, you won't get hung up on this issue like me. After criticizing the inconsistencies and absurdities on the science fiction side of the film, albeit a bit exaggerated, I would like to talk about the world of the film. The film reflects the 60s retro-futuristic theme that it has created very well. I was very pleased with the way the world lived and the way technology was used in this world. I think that the episodes directed by director Matt Shakman in the WandaVision TV series and the world building in that series had a lot of influence on the construction of this living world. Fantastic Four: First Steps is a superhero film that is generally enjoyable to watch, and it successfully delivers what it promises to give you. The film, which does an average job in CGI, does not have a big minus or a very prominent negative aspect of the film except Galactus. Maybe I can open a small parenthesis here for the different stories that the film starts but then does not bring to the end. The best example of this is Ben Grimm's flirtatious relationship with a lady. The first half of the film satisfied me more than enough and dragged the story in a good way. The second half of the film, on the contrary, left me feeling disappointed compared to the first half. I think explaining it through a food metaphor shows what I mean. 1 or 2 spoons made me eat this delicious food, but then he put the same food in front of me again in a mediocre fast food form and expected me to eat it in the same way.